name is Richie Hawtin. I grew up in Canada, born in England, and the last 5 years lived in Berlin, Germany. I make techno music, I DJ, and I do a lot of traveling. So tonight, here I am in Bilbao, waiting to play to a nice crowd of people, and hopefully have some fun. It's always different, you know, for the preparation of the show. Sometimes, you know, it can be 1 or 2 weeks before, thinking about what's going to happen and what you want to do. You know, the week before the show, every day I was going through things and trying out new ideas. And tonight, I was going through the music on the airplane, and I was just checking some things now. So it's always different, you know. If you have a lot of shows together, you probably do more preparation for the first show, and then you just kind of continue. But yeah, there's always so much music coming, so this is always something that you need to check out. I don't know if I think about anything the moment before I go on stage. I'm usually quite nervous, you know, because you know, it's the beginning is a very important part of the set, and you really never know what the people want or the expectations, and you're trying to find a balance between, you know, your ideas and probably what they're waiting for. Actually, I think the best thing to think about when you're on stage and playing is hopefully, in a way, nothing. You know, of course there's a feeling there, and you're trying to have a connection to the crowd, but the less you think, the better. The more you just let your actions take over and you go with the flow and this feeling, the better. So, you know, I have a lot of thoughts before and for sure during and after, but the best moments are always spontaneous. It changes differently. Perhaps the more drunk I am, the more I'm into giving a show, I guess. But I think the best Hawtin sets are when I'm connected with the people, I'm giving a show, but it always has to be about what I'm doing up there. You know, it has to be about the music I'm playing and the energy and the vibe that I'm creating. And you know, that's always sometimes hard to balance, because some people want a show, and some people want just the sound. And you know, so if you do make it more of a show, you hope that brings people into the music that you're playing, because that's the most important thing. I like both. For sure, it's the intimacy of a small club with a few hundred people is really amazing. But then the energy of 10,000 people, like at Manegros or something, or Sonar, is something that is unforgettable. At the moment, I'm just in the very beginning of a brand new setup. So the two computers, one running now Tractor Pro, one using Ableton, but with a whole bunch of new effects, and also I'm using a new Native Instruments machine called The Machine to do drum programming, and that's about it. Well, I think nearly everything that people are using now is an idea based upon Final Scratch. You know, it's the idea that you're using some type of controller to manipulate music. You know, I love records. I love that feeling that I had for so many years, but I'm looking for new ways to manipulate music, and for me, the best way to manipulate music now is with a computer and with hardware and with Machina or with other types of controllers, Allen and Heath controller, 1D things. You know, I'm open to anything. Is software the liberation of electronic music? That's hard because software has given many young people the chance to make music and become part of the electronic music scene. It allows me to do things on my DJ shows that I would have never been able to do before. But it's also, perhaps, you know, when you make things so easy, it's a double-edged sword. It can water down the music and make it too easy and too accessible. So I think right now we're in a little bit of a strange phase where many people are part of the scene and part of making music, but perhaps they need to learn some more. I know a lot of people right now who are using a combination of software and hardware, and some people even going more back to hardware. But again, even the hardware synthesizers or keyboards of the last days, a lot of them also use software inside to create things. So, you know, the thing about electronic music is that it's always found innovation, not only in new ideas from people, but in ideas with new technology development. So, yeah, I think there's software is making electronic music on one side boring at the moment, but on the other side there's some really creative individuals making something really special. So it's hard. I think we're bigger than ever, but smaller than ever. I think the digital distribution of any type of media is the way forward. You know, you know, digital TV, digital music distribution allows more people further away from each other to connect, to combine, to create, and to collaborate. And you know, it's making a different world than we've ever thought possible. And I think it's scary in a way, but I think it's really incredible.